Welcome to Answers About Alzheimer's. This is the channel where we talk about everything dementia. But we don't just talk, we solve problems. We come up with strategies and solutions that you can actually implement the very same day. So, if you're struggling with a person with dementia or you work in a senior living community, please refer to all of my other videos on behaviors and role-playing and communication. It will really open your eyes and create an easier environment for both of you. My name is Debra, founder of the Certified Master Dementia Strategist course and author of the #1 Dementia Caregiver Guide for professional and family caregivers. You can get your copy on Amazon or wherever books are sold, and there should be a link available for you down below. If you're visiting us for the first time, I am so glad that you're here. We are like a big, huge family. We are extending our invitation to you to subscribe and join the community. That's my cat, Armadillo. And when he's bad, we call him Dildo. So that's my kitty, Armadillo. Get down. Get down. I guess he's joining us today. So anyway, if you're new to the community, I know that I can speak for everyone. You would be welcomed with open arms. We are growing so fast and changing the way that we care for dementia patients in new and amazing ways. You are all making me so proud. Every day I get your feedback and it humbles me. This is exactly why I do what I do. For you and those that you are caring for. I absolutely love to hear that you're taking charge of your situations and trusting the process. And when you do, you're finding that it works. It's easy, and you're finally getting the peace that you deserve. And your person with dementia is happier. This is really distracting me. Your person with dementia is happier and more at peace in their own head. And that, my friend, that is what it's all about. So congratulations to you for taking the initiative. It really doesn't matter what I sit here and say if it weren't for people like you taking advantage of these new skills and implementing the strategies and techniques. You are the true heroes. So today, we're going to address the second stage of the 7 stages of Alzheimer's disease, or AD. This is the second show I recorded in the series. Hopefully, you've already watched the first video in the series, Stage 1. And you'll recall that we talked about, hopefully, you've already watched the first video in the series, Stage 1. And you'll recall that we talked about the GDS, or Global Deterioration Scale. That model, while the most common, mostly addresses the cognitive decline of the disease process. I also briefly mentioned the FAST. With the FAST model, doctors are able to assess the functional abilities of the person with Alzheimer's or dementia. The FAST is also broken down into 7 stages, and how it differs from the GDS, again, is the Global Deterioration Scale is focused more on the cognition and memory. It is also used to provide an overview of where the patient falls in the progression of cognitive decline and helps to predict life expectancy. And the Functional Assessment Staging Tool, or FAST, is focused on the person's ability to manage their ADLs, or activities of daily living. Activities of daily living are things like bathing, dressing, grooming, feeding themselves, and toileting. So, as I mentioned in the last video, it is really important to know which assessment tool your doctor prefers to use. For this series, I will be using the GDS model. As we get farther into each of the 7 stages, the videos will get more detailed on specific symptoms of that stage. Because as we move from Stage 1 through Stage 7, things will get more complicated. Don't worry, I'll be here with you every step of the way. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. I try to answer everyone's inquiries personally. I'm here for you, so ask away. You're not alone. Caregiving can be very isolating, so keep in mind that I am here for you and I always will be. In stage 1, we talked about AAMI, age-associated memory impairment, which is just normal aging and nothing to be concerned about. We will all experience AAMI as we age. We also talked about MCI, or mild cognitive impairment. MCI will still not be diagnosed yet in stage 2. Keep in mind that especially during these very early stages, a visit to the doctor could reveal that dementia symptoms could be reversible. The person may be having dementia-type symptoms due to something other than cell death. For example, a person can present with dementia-like symptoms if they have an infection or they're malnourished. They could have a vitamin B12 deficiency or possibly depression or sleep deprived. Maybe the cause is from a brain tumor or a brain bleed. There are many conditions that are reversible that can mask the same symptoms of memory loss and confusion. So this yet is another reason why early diagnosis is beneficial. We covered that in stage 1, the person would not have any visible symptoms as of yet and would have no difficulty passing any cognitive exams. Occasionally, a person might at stage 2 mention to their doctor that they're feeling like they're having some mild memory impairments, and the doctor might administer a cognitive test. One of the most common is the MMSE, or the Mini Mental Status Exam. Now, while at stage 2, they will pass with flying colors. This is a great opportunity to get a baseline, and the doctor will use the results of the mini mental to compare with results going forward. A diagnosis of dementia takes several visits, and having this baseline results can be very beneficial moving towards a diagnosis. So during stage 2, the person may get a diagnosis of age-associated memory impairment, which is just normal and aging and nothing to be concerned about. Stage 2 would be too early to diagnose MCI, or mild cognitive impairment, and the patient may have a mini mental status exam at the doctor's office. They would easily pass this, and it would be used for baseline monitoring cognitive decline and as a comparison to future testing. At this very early second stage of Alzheimer's is still considered the pre-dementia stages. A person might experience some difficulties with managing the bills. They might occasionally miss a payment or be late on a payment once in a while. The person in stage 2 might have trouble with the names of people or names of an item, so they might struggle with pulling out a word, or they might say, hey, hand me that thingy over there. If they forget an appointment or start having trouble with dates, this could happen in stage 2. Another sign that a loved one or your patient might be in the second stage would be if they started to misplace items or lose items. All of these are fairly normal at this age, and it's hard to determine if it's just normal aging or something more serious like Alzheimer's disease. If the person is noticing any symptoms, they would be considered very, very mild cognitive impairment. So to tell you the truth, I don't really like this video at all. There's just not a lot going on yet in the brain. But as we get into stages 4 through 7, they're going to get way better, and there will be a lot more to talk about. So that's about all I have for you on stage 2 of the GDS model. I'm so glad that you're here and that you care enough to learn about dementia. It's really important for you to look ahead. It's vital to prepare for what's coming, because when the shit hits the fan, and more likely they're going to, you don't want to get caught off guard. It's best to start learning about behaviors and communication before it turns ugly. These techniques, while easy, they do take a little practice and thinking about. So the more you get educated and prepare, the better off you'll be. Keep watching these mini videos, and if you want a little bit more, and I hope that you realize that you should conquer some more, I have a few compact courses on my website at answersabout.alz.org. These courses are very eye-opening. They're actually when I taught my home care team back in the day. They are guaranteed. They're only $39, so about the price of a pizza and wings. I don't know how long I'm going to keep them at $39, but just keep moving in the right direction. Keep learning. Like I've said before, I'm always here. Oh, if you're ever in real dire straits and dealing with some really tough behaviors, I do offer one-on-one coaching. Many have found that a one-on-one can really dig into your personal problems. All my links are down below in the description section. You know how to get a hold of me. I'll see you next time. All my love. Bye.